Okay, perfect. So we can start. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for attending this session. Today, I will talk about the power of partnership that drives digitalization through cross-functional collaboration. But first, I would like to introduce myself a little bit. So my name is Sylwia Szymczyk. I work as 3D apparel specialist at Timberland, which takes part of VF Corporation. My journey with 3D in fashion began when I was around 10 years old. I was playing a video game called The Sims. Some of you might know the game. I wasn't particularly happy with in-game garments, so I delved into the game files and discovered a way to modify the colors and patterns of the clothing. Today, I realized that I was doing was altering the textures using UV maps. But that early experience sparked a kind of lifelong fascination with the intersection of technology and fashion. And as fate would have it, this passion eventually became my profession later. The fashion industry has been undergoing a rapid transformation in recent years. Let's consider pattern making. We spent long 8 years relying on paper patterns before we start to create 2D CADs, so DXF patterns. But once industry began to embrace technology, the pace of change accelerated dramatically. In just 30 years, we moved to 3D garment simulations, and now within just a decade, we are exploring the realm of AI-driven automation. This acceleration is a testament on how quickly we are adapting and innovating now. And where are we now? Given this trajectory, it's truly challenging to envision what fashion will look like even in the next 5 years. But one thing is certain, as technology and fashion intertwine, the future will continue to unfold as an unprecedented speed. Currently, we stand at a unique intersection where traditional craftsmanship meets cutting-edge technologies. The tools and technologies at our disposal today are reshaping the design process, production methods, and even the way we think about the fashion. As we look to the future, it's not just about predicting the next trend, but understanding how technology will redefine the boundaries of creativity and of functionality in fashion. Speaking of the fusion of technology and fashion, I would like to share a personal experience that truly encapsulates this evolution. I had the privilege of collaborating with Malkia. It's an Australian brand known for its high-end garments produced in Italy. Our collaboration was a testament of the power of 3D technology as a tool for seamless communication and design. Despite the distance of 20,000 kilometers between us, the technology bridged the gap. It enabled us real-time collaboration, feedback, and iterations. This not only streamlined our design process, but also allowed us to visualize and finalize the entire collection in just 5 months. It's experiences like this that underscore the transformative potential of technology in fashion, making what once seemed impossible now a tangible reality. And what is in the middle of this magic? It's the collaboration. Collaboration is in fact the magic formula that drives innovation and progress. Whether it's internal collaboration between departments in different brands or border partnerships across continents, effective collaboration is the key to unlock the full potential of our industry. Let's delve deeper in the various facets of collaboration and how they are reshaping the future of fashion. Highlighting the collaborative essence of modern fashion industry, let's track 3D assets as it flows seamlessly through various departments. While each of them uses the same assets, they harness its potential in a unique way. Design starts with 3D blocks and garments. Product development taps into 3D for fit adjustments and elaborate digital tech packs. Merchandisers leverage them for accurate pricing and forecasting. Sales integrates 3D into digital catalogs and presentations. And marketing transforms these 3D assets into engaging content and innovative customer experiences. And here you have also example of non-linear collaboration that can be unfolded in fashion industry. Consider that mostly now we have the linear one, so the one I talked about before. But in this case, designers can begin crafting innovative designs informed by predictive analytics from past seasons. And these 3D designs transition to product development for fit adjustments and then circle back to designers for variations and colorways. Marketing then employs renders to gauge customer preferences. Designs that resonate well with customers are sent back to development for final touches, and then enter in a linear phase with merchandisers, sales, and concluding marketing steps. This scenario underscores the different ways digital assets can foster dynamic collaboration in fashion. Many vendors are already harnessing digital assets to communicate with brands. This highlights a crucial facet of the fashion industry evolution: external collaboration in digitalization. So not only the one between different departments of the same brand. We talk now about the collaborations between the fashion brand and external stakeholders. In today's interconnected world, in fact, it's not just about internal teams. Brands must foster robust collaboration with a vast network of external stakeholders. This includes manufacturers, material and accessory providers, contractors, and technology partners. Each plays a pivotal role in product lifecycle, and digital assets serve as a universal language, bridging gaps and ensuring the clarity. By leveraging digital tools and assets, brands can ensure a more synchronized, efficient, and transparent process, from design inception to the final product. In this holistic approach, encompassing both internal and external collaboration, that will drive the future of the fashion industry. Moving forward, let's delve into a transformative approach that's reshaping the fashion landscape: co-creation. In this collaborative model, both the brand and the vendor bring unique strengths into the table. The brand contributes with design ideas deeply rooted in customer preferences and market insights. On the other hand, the vendor provides invaluable technical expertise, ensuring that designs are not only innovative, but also cost-effective and optimized for production. This synergy, where creative vision meets technical pragmatism, results in products that resonate with customers while they are still feasible and efficient to produce. Co-creation is a testament to the power of collaborative thinking in digital age of fashion. Another pivotal shift in fashion landscape is the rise of made-to-order. In this model, brands offer design ideas or modular garment frameworks. Customers then personalize their garment, selecting and combining from the provided modules to craft a unique piece. Vendors, equipped with the foundational patterns and mock-ups, bring these custom designs to life, producing one-of-a-kind garments. This approach not only offers personalized experience for the customer, but also generates a lot of data. This data, in turn, can be used to refine designs and evolve the next generation of modular garment creators, ensuring a continuous cycle of improvement and innovation, and always less waste. The reality is that big fashion brands are not ready for this shift yet. To truly scale made-to-order, a significant level of automation and optimization in our processes is required. This is where the power of open innovation comes into play. Open innovation encourages collaboration beyond the boundaries of a single organization. By partnering with research centers, startups, and universities, brands can tap into a different pool of creative and technical expertise. This collaborative approach can drastically shorten our time to market and change cost efficiency and provide a lot of creative inputs. And the ultimate goal is a fully automated, optimized, and digital value chain that can truly cater to the demands of made-to-order and the evolving fashion landscape. Building on the concept of open innovation, one of the most transformative tools we can integrate into the fashion industry is artificial intelligence. Through collaborations, we can harness AI tools tailored specifically to our needs. Automation, like repetitive tasks which often consume significant time and resources, can be automated, allowing our teams to focus on more strategic and creative endeavors. AI then can refine our processes, ensuring that every step from design to delivery is efficient and aligned with market demands. AI doesn't just process data, it understands it. By analyzing vast amount of information, AI can uncover patterns, providing invaluable insights. And then, perhaps most excitingly, AI can forecast trends, sales, and even consumer behavior, giving brands a proactive edge in a reactive market. By embracing AI through open innovation partnerships, fashion companies can position themselves at the forefront of the industry's digital transformation. In our journey of digital transformation, a holistic approach is paramount. It's not about isolated projects, but a comprehensive integration of innovations. While we can't adopt every new tool at once, having an agile roadmap guides us. Given the swift evolution of technology, this agility allows us to adapt and upgrade it as needed. Collaboration with all stakeholders is crucial. By engaging with them, we can pinpoint our easy wins, so areas where processes are slow, outdated, and present significant challenges. These pain points, once addressed, can lead to immediate and impactful improvements. This combined vision of agility and collaboration ensures we're both proactive and responsive, maximizing the benefits of digitalization. Building on the idea of holistic approach, it's essential to consider its financial implications. While the initial investment for a comprehensive end-to-end project might be higher compared to fragmented initiatives, the long-term benefits are undeniable. Yes, these holistic projects demand agility for risk mitigation and a robust change management strategy. But once we optimize the entire value chain and see the project through, the return on investment becomes evident. The efficiency gained, the pain points addressed, and the streamlined processes all contribute to a significant growth of return on investment. In essence, by investing holistically, we are setting the stage for maximized returns and sustainable growth. We have to recognize the humans element in digital transformation. Let's explore how managing this transition or change management ensures successful adoption of innovations. Collaboration becomes the cornerstone of effective change management. Networking with stakeholders, understanding their concerns, and addressing their fears are paramount. It's about providing solutions that not only integrate new technologies, but also addresses real and tangible problems. And once these solutions are in place, the process doesn't end. We must continually seek feedback, ensuring that our strategies are optimized and effective. Moreover, in this ever-evolving landscape, our solutions must be agile, ready to adapt, pivot, and adjust on demand. By intertwining collaboration with agility, we ensure that our holistic approach is both impactful and sustainable. As wrap up our exploration of digital transformation in the fashion industry, it's essential to distill our discussion into actionable insights. Let's revisit and reflect on the core themes that emerged today. These key takeaways not only encapsulate our discussion, but also serve as guiding principles as we navigate the evolving digital landscape of fashion. Holistic digital transformation. We have to embrace a comprehensive journey in digitalization, optimizing the entire value chain for maximized long-term return on investment and seamless change management. The power of collaboration, so fostering internal and external partnerships, leveraging open innovation and co-creation with continual stakeholder feedback, ensuring real-world resonance. Agility in rapid technological evolution. We have to stay adaptable with evolving technology. We have to integrate dynamic AI tools and catering to emerging trends like made to order in fashion. Thank you for participation, and let's embrace these principles and collectively shape the future of fashion industry.
Wow, fantastic. It's great to have a real picture of what's happening inside these very complex organizations. I think as, you know, independent fashion designers, it's easy to simply embrace these mid-journey tools, but the complexity of an organization and changing it is highly complex.
Yeah, it's really different for us.
And I think fashion has recently been probably one of the most innovative sectors when it comes to NFTs, metaverse. Now we've got 3D fashion compared to a lot of other industries. But were they just following the hype bubble, or have we seen a real return on investment on the initial investments on those technologies?
So I honestly don't think so. There is any big fashion organization right now that already set up the whole end-to-end products. I mean, we are getting there in a lot of companies, and I work for VF Corporation and I know where we are, but it's also PVH, let's say, it's Hugo Boss, it's Puma, it's Nike, it's Adidas, that are another companies which are quite ahead in this transformation, but there is still nobody that can say we are there. We set up the process because it's really, really complex. In our organization, it's not like in small fashion brands where maybe you have 5 decision makers or even 1 decision maker, because we talk about the single designer. So designer takes everything he or she likes and use it. in organizations like ours, let's say VF have more than 30,000 people that are working in. So change management in our case is really needed. We really have to take on board people, and it's a huge amount of work to do that, because it's a lot of people that are already believe in fashion transformation and in technologies, but it's still a lot of people that are saying we always did in different way, it always worked, why we have to change?
Of course, because it threatens their jobs and their security. So I understand.
I think it's not a lot of them really are afraid about their jobs. I mean, if you're a product developer and you have huge amount of knowledge about pattern making, about how tech packs have to be made, how you have to connect with vendors, AI is really not able to replace it today and won't be able to replace it for a long time. It's more like we have already the process and we don't want to change it, because it takes time to change the process. It takes time to change the mindset. So it's more like we are comfortable here and we don't want to go out from our comfort zone.
I agree. And if we look at, these umbrella fashion brands that have lots of, or umbrella fashion companies that have lots of brands underneath them, like LVMH, they got economies of scale by using the same manufacturers. Is there the equivalent that can be done between these different brands for technology, shared technology, creating their own
we are doing that somehow. I mean, I can say we are collaborating, but there is a lot of events, like, for example, PI Apparel, which is strictly for fashion industry and for technology, and it's a great place to network. We are networking in big fashion companies. Of course, it's always like, I can't share information about what we are doing exactly, because we really can't. We all signed an NDA before we started to work for the company, but we kind of discuss, and at the end, that's why I am saying nobody is already there, because if somebody was already there, we all know that. Like also because people are moving between companies. Like, we have a lot of colleagues that just arrived from Hugo Boss or Puma or Adidas, so we perfectly know what they are doing inside, as well as people from VF are going to work for another company. So,
and do you think it would be more the luxury fashion brands, or maybe the more sort of activewear?
So let's say that 3D is for sure something really interesting for activewear, because you can check how garment will act in movement. But it's interesting also for luxury, because you play with that. While generative AI, for example, I see it much more for luxury. Because, brands like, for example, Timberland, we really don't need to use generative AI to create our designs. Our designs are much more simple. While if we talk about Prada or about Gucci, it makes sense to create something, amazing using generative AI.
Fantastic. Really super interesting. Any more perspectives from the audience? That would be great. And what do you think of projects like Artifact, for example?
You mean for video games?
Yeah, those sorts of applications. So Artifact being bought by Nike.
So this is something pretty interesting, and a lot of, let's say, normal fashion brands are started to be interested in that, but it's still something that I believe work much better in luxury brands, because there is much more customers that are keen to spend a lot of money just to collect the item. Well, in our case, you know, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
Considering how low is cost of our physical product.
Okay, interesting. Yes, exactly. The margins are razor thin, aren't they? So very difficult. Great. So we've got Maritza Regina next. So we're just waiting for her to join the stage. But we might have to take a 30-minute pause until she arrives. So I'm very sorry about that, just waiting for her. Yes, thank you so much for joining us, Sylwia. That was really interesting to get perspective from inside the brands. So what could we do as people who want to make a change? What would you say is the next step to encourage this change?
Oh, I think fashion brands like mine, the big fashion brands, thanks to technology, can start to collaborate with single designers, because this collaboration now can be much easier. It was really difficult before, because putting inside so huge and complex company someone new that just creates a small capsule collection was really difficult. Now it's much easier, because we can collaborate through 3D, we can collaborate using some AI tools. It's much easier. So I think now it's the moment where fashion industry can become place for everyone.
Absolutely.
Somehow.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, I think cross collaboration will be really interesting. I would love to see more fashion brands doing competitions with independent fashion designers and capsule collections. Could you tell us a little bit about capsule collections and how that works?
So basically, capsule collections, at least in Timberland, starts from marketing. So it's marketing team that is spotting someone interesting. It can be an influencer, it can be a single designer, it can be someone which may be interesting for our audience. And then they contact that person and are trying to collaborate somehow. So create a small capsule collection together with our product developers, with our designers, in the way that this collection somehow corresponds also to our brand DNA. So basically, this is the way how we collaborate with small designers, influencers, or another creative people, not necessarily from fashion industry.
Very interesting. Yes, I'd love to see more capsule collections. I also love the cross collaboration between, say, fashion brands and artists like Louis Vuitton and Yayoi Kusama. It makes sense because a capsule collection is only a limited amount of items. So similar to NFTs in terms of, the value was all about limiting the supply. As soon as you get lots and lots of pieces, the value goes down. And that is the same sort of ethos with art, that you don't want to create, mass market art. You want to create a couple of very unique pieces. So do you think that fashion brands will buy into that it's not about mass market, but it's more about fewer pieces that last a long time in terms of the quality, that have an element of being a piece of artwork? Or do you think that fashion is still, about trends and fast fashion and being utilitarian?
So to be honest, fashion is more than about money. If something brings money to the fashion brand, go for that. So if fashion brand will realize that their customers are looking for this kind of experiences, are looking for this kind of unique pieces, and here it's also the matter of marketing teams that are creating this kind of audience, because it's not, for example, Timberland has its own audience, and this is our niche, and these are people that are buying always Timberland. But of course, we have to grow. So we are looking for new audiences. And if the brand will spot that there is a chance to take new customers, creating this kind of assets, creating this kind of garments, they will go for that. But honestly, it's fashion industry, as soon as it is not very luxury brand that can really create an art and can really create unique pieces, you know, that they will later sell for 20K and someone will to buy. The normal fashion brands are just about money, are just about taking as much as they can and buying as much as they can for as low price as possible.
So Marina's just joining us now, which is great. So we don't have to wait for too much.
55705, right?
Sorry about the delay there.
Was not working. 557058. I included the ID, but maybe if I
Sorry, guys. I'm just waiting for Marina to join us, dealing with some technical issues. So just one question for you, Sylwia. In terms of like fake brand collabs, at the moment there are no one's been there haven't been many issues. But do you think that creatives doing these fake brand collabs between, I don't know, Timberland and a anime, that will actually encourage brands to take note and start making some changes?
It could be. I suppose that if Timberland will find some campaign made by a single designer that will create collaboration with Timberland that has a lot of resonance.
Hello, hi.
I think that they may work. It can work somehow, and it's possible that Timberland will contact this artist to say, "Hey, let's try to make it in real." It's possible.
Fantastic, great. Well, thank you so much, Sylwia. I'll now pass on to Maurizia. Thank you so much for joining us, Maurizia.
Thank you, everyone.
Change over the pins. So.
Hello, hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. When